To understand the Grounds story, you need to understand my past. My father was this phenomenal entrepreneur, and basically at a very young age, I grew up around business, and he owned this food service business supplying bars, clubs, hotels with dry and frozen goods. So you can say that business and hospitality has been in my blood from a very young age. In 2008, when the GFC happened, my whole family was hit financially and emotionally, and especially my father. His business that he'd been growing for 30 years and been building for 30 years, a disaster happened. He even ended up getting cancer back then and ended up passing away. So the Grounds was born out of a need and desire to look after my family, out of losing everything that he ever built. What I look back now, it's built me into the person I am today. You know, you got to be hungry. You got to have a need and desire to do something great. You got to want to do something that is truly true to yourself. You got to be able to create this vision in your mind, and you got to be able to want to go after it and really truly believe in what you're going to create and build for the community. I remember I went to the landlord in Alexandria that owned the current site that the Grounds is in, and I said, look, I want to create this vision that I've got in my head. I want to create this place. And he was like, okay, what do you want to create? And I said, look, I'll be back to you in 4 weeks. I want to create this special place. So I went to my sister, Caroline, who's my designer, and I said, Caroline, look, I don't know how I'm going to pay you. I need to create these renders of this place that was currently, I didn't even know the name back then, of this vision and these ideas that I got in my head. So she basically created this 3D renders of the cafe and the garden. At that time, no one basically had a garden in Sydney that had chickens and animals. And anyway, she drew it up and rendered it up for me, and I sent it to the landlord. And then the next day he rang me up. He goes, oh my God, this is amazing. You know, you need to start, you need to build it, you need to create it. This is what we need in Alexandria. And I was like, shivers, how am I going to do this? I've got no money. I don't know how I'm going to build this. Part of the evolution stage was, you know, because we were restricted in the amount of money, I was always very smart in terms of how I watch my cash flow and how I watch my turnover, how I watch my margin. So I didn't have a lot of money to play with in terms of how do I make it evolve, how do I make it better. So I went to Bunnings and I bought this $200 barbecue and basically started creating this barbecue for the people that were waiting outside the Grounds. And it was basically, out of $200, it's helped me build this $1 million barbecue that is here in the Grounds today. From the day dot, I would have thought that we were only going to serve, you know, maybe 3,000 people a week, and now we're up to serving 15,000 people a week. I think the biggest lessons I learned from my father was to never, ever, ever give up. No matter how bad things get, no matter if your business goes broke, he always tried. He always tried to get back on top, you know. I've seen his drive, his hunger, his desire to be able to do something great again. And no matter how long the dark lasts, the light will come as long as you make the choices to be able to look for the good. Business is about growth. Business is about contribution. Business is about figuring out how to make things better. I wanted to leave something truly memorable for my father, you know, all the lessons I learned from him, and I didn't want to make sure that his life went to waste out of what he went through and the heartaches of losing his business, the heartache of him passing away from cancer. I wanted to truly create something that was memorable for not only me, for my customers as well. And I wanted to make sure that I built a business that people love, not only the customers, but my people internally that really cherish where they work and love what they're doing. When I set out to do business, I didn't want to just create a hospitality business. I didn't want to create something where customers just come and get food or drink or beverage. Anyone can do that. I wanted to do something that was truly meaningful, that was truly inspiring. I wanted to do something for our country that is truly great.